Hi, welcome to 30-minute trade. Uh, Here I recommend these stocks on daily and weekly basis, and also I do the market analysis on every day on the market day. So today we will go over the weekly stock winners that I recommended last week. Even though market is oscillating up and down, but still we had some of the winners in this week, and also I recommend the on weekly basis. So for working people it's good, because you can time it out, whenever you can watch a few minutes here, and you can execute to some of the stocks, and you will get the weekly gains. So you don't need to stick with the monitor all the time. So only few times you can go and execute and monitor. That's enough for you. So that's why I open this channel, this for working people. So most of the people are working, so they don't know what to look at. So I pick the stocks. I have developed so many strategies for the 17 years. So and from there I pick the best stocks, and also I pick the stock based on the fundamentals as well as the technical, and also I do the current market psychology, how it is trending, and when to buy, where to buy it, and I do all three components, so that that matters most of the. So that's how you will get the correct timing to execute the stocks. Today, let's go how the market was for the last 1 week, and what are the stocks we can see in this last week, how it worked. So this is for the review purpose, so that you will understand what I was looking, and what is my current thinking, and pick the stocks. Okay, let's go jump into the stock market. So last 1 week, we will see it went up for a few days, and Friday it was down a little bit, but so far this week is really good week. If you see the less time zone 30-minute chart, so last 1 week it is kind of a very good week. And also if you see spy is also behaving the same way, and we see the last 1 week it's very good. But if you see 2108, it gives a little bit different perspective. This is basically stocks above 40-day average. So that means that how many stocks are above 40-day, means it might be the some more, how many stocks means how many, whether bullish is dominating or whether bearish is stocks are dominating. That this will give the clear picture. So 3 days were up, because last before that there are 2 weeks were down. So sellers are dominating, but last week it came up, and with a heavy push upside, and Thursday and Friday it was little bit less. So sellers are dominated. So I recommended stocks on this day, and so based on that we will see how the market was working, how the stocks we picked based on that one. Okay. So these are the winners. So RVNC, I recommended this biotech stock. I recommended here, so you can see the pointer. From here to here, almost we got 14.5%. So that's a good week. And the CDLX also I recommended last week here, might be, but after that slowly it is gaining and oscillating, and almost this week we got 8.16%. Okay. and run solar sector I recommended here, and it's really went a very good run. And if you see the market weekly chart, is really uptrending stock. Still you can buy whenever it pull back again. We will initiate again. So this very good run, 8% in a week. Ever also I recommended here at this time, but after that it went up, and it's little bit forming the range here. Now it started again, so we will see in the coming week, we can expect more. I have the position in this one also. APPF is also, it didn't go far, but still in a, 3.3% is still it's good for a week, and it is oscillating. So market is swinging. That's why it is didn't go forward. But in the long term chart, it's really still it's very good. See it's in uptrend. Um, ATRC, ATRC. Uh, I think Friday it was. It's a good day. Before that, it was just like range. But if you see the weekly chart, is really awesome. It is in uptrend. Still, it has to move a lot. It will go in the long term. It might be reach $50. So this and also I entered on Friday again, so I initiated some position here. AXN, you can see pointer on Friday. I think last week I entered. So these are the stocks I think, or some of the stocks I recommended on Monday, some of the stocks on recommended Wednesday, something like that, Tuesday. So during the week, sometimes you can see it varies performance. That's why. Okay. Um, and AXN is defensive stock. Just now it started aerospace defense, so it is still, it has potential to go up until $100 in future, but it just now it started the move. Might be it will form the range here. Once it form the range, once will get confirmed, we can re-enter again. BLDP, this if you see weekly chart, it really awesome because it has moved a lot from this point to this point. Almost it reached the 222%. So it is still low price stock. It move, really it will move again. That's what I'm seeing here. If you see the chart, not much selling, comparatively buying. So we will see some range here. If range breaks out, then I will initiate the position. MongoDB, MDB is a really popular stock, one of the popular stock, one of the popular software also. It's a database software. So if you see it, long-term chart, it really it went in 1 year. I think. Let's see how much, how far it went. Almost 453%. So and the last 3 months it formed the range. Now it is trying to break out. It has still potential to go until 200, might be in future 300 also in the coming weeks. And also it's a very good cup with handle pattern. If you see cup with a handle, and just started, if this is really good potential to go up in future. IIPR, I recommended here, but it didn't act very well. It went 4 days up, and if you have some position on Thursday, you can, this looks like a kind of, 3 days. I think it's really went 4 5% up. After that, it Friday, mostly on Fridays I don't recommend any stocks because sellers will dominate most of the time. So people are taking the profit on that day. So if you are On Thursday, if you sell it, you made a good profit on this one. But a long-term chart really very good. Just now, it's a consolidation happened, started to move up again. In future, we can expect $150 easily. Okay. Um, so whenever it forms a pullback, you can re-enter. So if we need to see some kind of a range here, then you can enter again. AMED weekly chart really good. Still, it is an uptrend. I recommended couple of times this one. Still, it has potential to go up. It might move very slowly because it's a big stock. DSPH biotech stock, still it didn't act very well, but the last few days, I think 4 days is really awesome. But on Friday, little bit selling because still it's in the forming the range. So in future we will see, because in the long term chart also still it is forming the range. So once it breaks out this point 71.34, then we can initiate a big amount, big position. Now is also service now is also one of the popular software. I had recommended here. Still it's in the range. If you go to the long-term chart, it's really good. We can still enter at any time because it's still forming the range. It is respecting the 20-day average, 10-day average. um, and also it gapped up on the ending. So it's a very good stock at this time. Team, I also recommended couple of times this one, and it here I bought it, and on that day I sold it, but still it's a good, it forming the range in the long term chart is really good, and earnings also very good on this one. RDNT is also I recommended here at this time. After that, last 1 week it is forming the range. If you go see the long-term chart, really good. The last 1 week I think it will form, but might be next week. It gives the one more good entry on this one. If still hold, I think you need to see, you can re-enter some position in the next coming week. PCTY, it didn't act very well. Might be this is the earnings time. That's why I told you many times, don't hold on any earnings. So if you hold on earnings, it might result any time. So it might, you might less get profit or loss. So you need to pay that one. Um, but so far I think it didn't damage the chart. Still might form couple of days to in the range. So after that you can re-enter. NXST, this is I think didn't act on Friday. It sold off little bit. I don't recommend to hold at this time because it needs more days to form the range. Fate, still it is good. Last 4 days is up, down. If we see any up day, we can re-enter. Fate, it's a biotech, and if you see long-term chart, still it is good. AXSM, even I had this position earlier, but it is, still it is forming the range, so I don't know when it will break out. So we need to see when we need to wait. But in the long-term chart, still it is good. SPGL gold stock, it just now a little bit breakdown on the 20-day average. Might be it will touch the 50-day average, then we can see some kind of a movement. I don't think we need to hold at this time. I don't recommend any, because it moved a lot for the last 3-4 months. Now it is breaking down. It's the right time to sell it out. PAYC is also on earnings. It gap down, so it is not good to hold at all. So earnings, before earnings, don't hold anything. it's my strong recommendation. MRSN, this one is a very low price stock, so it might oscillate up and down, 5% down, 5% up. So be careful on this one. Yeah, still, it's forming the range. Still, it is respecting the 20-day average. We need to see how it works in future. But so far, it went up almost for the last few weeks. It went almost to 383, 387%. Might be they are taking the profit. Be careful. So if we see any positive day, we can re-enter, but no, we need to wait until see we need to to enter again. So sometimes patience is the key. You need to wait, so you cannot go on the jump in the stocks to buy immediately. So you need to control some emotions. If market situations are good, then we can re-enter, and we need to see fundamentally and technically and also the market sentiment. So these three factors most of the time. So even technically strong and even fundamentally strong, sometimes market is not good. The technical chart will fail because the market is not correct. I mean, market is not in the right time to enter, because if many stocks are going down, this might not hold properly. So that's why I look at these three factors to enter into my stock. That's it, I think. So this is my review for the last 1 week that I recommended. So if you enter any of these stocks, you might get profit. And also I recommend for the next week, I will also recommend the on a daily, weekly basis. So keep watching. And also you learn all the strategies, so that you will know when to enter, when to buy, when to sell it, and so that you will get good profit. And if you like it, please subscribe and also click the bell button, so that you will get the recommendation on a daily basis. And also you can watch the you can go on the review on the 30minutetrade.com, so you can see all the videos and my posts, so that we can review. And sometimes if you need to see a couple of times, you will understand what I'm doing. Okay. And if you like this one, please click the like button, and also if you have any questions, post the comment, so I will answer in the next video. Okay, thanks. And thanks for watching, and happy trading. Have a good weekend. See you soon.